Hello and welcome to the No More Pricks in Your Pants podcast, and I'm your host, Fab. Today I have Jem on the podcast, who is the owner of multiple businesses, including 2 salons and one of the biggest, most prestigious beauty awards in the UK Beauty Awards. She is also the owner of Iconic magazine. So, Jem, thanks for coming on today and joining me on the podcast.
Thank you for having me. It's lovely to be here.
Yeah, I'm really excited to hear about your story and your journey because obviously I've followed you online for a while now. I've attended your awards, and really what you've achieved in quite a short space of time is pretty incredible.
Thank you.
I think that it's worth noting that you didn't initially start off in the beauty industry, and you actually had another business to start off with, and then you later on found your way into having 2 salons that are hugely successful.
Yeah, so about 10 years ago, I set up a marketing agency. I went to uni and studied media and naturally fell into that kind of world. And I was really passionate for all platforms like social media, web design, SEO, that kind of thing. But I was marketing a lot of salons, so that's how I got into the beauty industry.
Okay. So where you had like a passion and you did that at uni, and then you found that naturally you were marketing lots of beauty salons and you thought, hang on a minute,
Yeah.
I want a bit of this. I like this.
I mean, as a little girl, I always loved hair and beauty anyway.
Yeah.
But it just, when working in it and promoting it, I thought it's so much better to market a business that you're actually passionate for rather
Yeah.
than having multiple clients that you're not interested in.
Yeah, and I think marketing is so big as well that when you specialise in something, you will attract your people and the ones that
Exactly.
align with your views and what you're
Yeah.
passionate about.
Yeah.
So tell me, when you was at school, did you ever picture yourself in the beauty industry? Was it something that you thought you'd do? How did you find school life?
School life for me, I didn't particularly like school, but
No.
one of the
Who does?
No, what I did enjoy about it was mainly like the creative subject.
Yeah.
So I was always good at ICT, so I straight away knew computing would be a thing for me. And later on in my A levels, it was more film studies, so
Yeah.
analysing films and stuff. So I kind of naturally got into media.
Yeah.
But on my lunch breaks and stuff, I did have a queue of girls wanting their hair done.
Really?
Yeah.
That's so mad.
So I used to braid all their hair.
Because, you know, if we were going to stereotype, if
Yeah.
you were into like computers and stuff like that, a lot of people wouldn't see how that would fit with such, I mean, although computers, it can be very creative,
Yeah.
it is typically a different interest in a way.
And a whole different industry.
Yeah, and a different skill set
Yeah.
as well. Like I mean, a lot of people that I network with, I don't think, they always say, oh, I'm no good with tech.
100%.
But tech is your thing.
And this is why I feel like I've been able to grow in such a short amount of time, because I haven't had to outsource any marketing. I haven't had to
Yeah.
outsource websites, SEO.
Yeah.
I've got all the knowledge and the skill set to do
Yeah.
it myself. It does mean more work because I'm doing the clients as well as the business,
Yeah.
but that's what's really helped me.
But who knows their business better than you? So when you're marketing yourself,
Yeah.
because of all your experience with marketing multiple salons, you would have had a good data in your head of
Yeah.
what works, what doesn't work. And then when it was time for you to develop your own salons, you know what you want to share, what you don't want to share, what works, what doesn't work. And I mean, it is worth noting that everything's changing all the time.
Yeah. And that is what's the challenging part, especially the busier you get with multiple businesses. Staying
Yeah.
on top of trends is difficult.
Yeah, and I think that a lot of people that are in the beauty industry find it really hard to switch into those 2 different roles. And I think it is worth saying, whilst you are fully able to do both, which is amazing,
Yeah.
providing you give yourself a break at times,
Yeah.
it's really important to know when you need to outsource so you don't get burnout.
Yeah. Well, luckily for me, I've got a really solid team in the salon. So
Oh, okay.
they look after the operational side of it. And I can pick and choose services that I love because ultimately I am, qualified and trained to do a lot of services. But I just tend to specialize in hair extensions.
So when you obviously had your marketing agency and you were marketing all these businesses, and then you decided, right, I'm going to do this, I'm going to open salons, I'm going to go full throttle with it. What made you decide to go specifically for hair extensions, or did that evolve? Was it something that came after doing a bit of everything and then realising, actually, I'm so into hair?
I was always into hair. Like I
Well,
said,
yeah.
at school, I had a queue.
That's crazy.
And I was always creative with myself as well. Like, I had
Yeah.
every hair colour going.
Oh,
So,
really?
yeah, I'm actually natural blonde.
Yeah.
But yeah,
You look lovely dark.
Thank you. I just got into hair, and I found that hair extension training was the quickest course that I
Yeah.
could study, because obviously at 25, opening a salon with no clients.
And also you'd just been to uni as well. So you'd done
Yeah.
all of that stuff as well. So you're like, I want to make some money now.
Yeah. And then I've set up my marketing agency. I need to get some clients,
Yeah.
but what should I study? So I thought hair extensions is the quickest, because I did a 2-day course,
Yeah.
passed it, then started to get models in, and it was a quick turnaround for me. Whereas anything else would have required a lot more time. And
Yeah.
obviously I didn't have that on my hands because I needed to pay for the premises.
Yeah. So that's pretty ambitious, because, I mean, you have people that, you know, will be in the industry for a really, really long time. They'll have a huge clientele and they're still reluctant to take on a large premises themselves. But
I
you
know.
disregarded all of that and just went for it.
Do you know what I mean? Like, I think if I was to do it now, I probably wouldn't.
Yeah.
But at 25, I was so ambitious. I thought, what have I got to lose?
And I think
Like,
sometimes, like, calculated risks like that, sometimes it pays off to be a bit impulsive.
Yeah.
I mean, not reckless, but like impulsivity will, like, big risk, big win.
yeah.
And I know that it's quite common now for a lot of people who have salons are actually finding it really hard, especially with the change in, you know, employment rights and having lots of staff to manage, and how difficult life is, and sickness and so on and so
Yeah.
on. So how have you found that with running your business, and obviously all the overheads that go with it, and having a good group of staff?
I feel the most, like you said, speaking to other salon owners, I feel like the most strenuous thing is the tax, the NI, the pensions. But obviously, you have to know your numbers, and by having like a strong spreadsheet and knowing what your
And we know
expenses,
computers are your thing.
you know,
So
right?
there you go.
So by having like all your expenses in one
Yeah.
place, and knowing what you have to generate, and having all your team on board with your marketing strategy to know
Yeah.
what service we need to promote to bring in that money.
Yeah. And I think that, you know, when you get good staff members, they're worth their weight in gold.
100%.
And I think the industry can become a little bit, what's the word? Like possessive. Like if someone works somewhere, then they want to go on their own, and then it's like,
That
oh no,
is
you
the
work
risk.
for me. And it's, but I mean, I don't have my own salon as such, but I can see why people would be reluctant to invest everything into their staff. But I don't think you're ever going to get really good staff unless you give them everything.
Yeah.
And trust them, and make them
Definitely.
want to work for you.
Yeah, I had a
Like, be a good boss.
Yeah.
And then people won't look for another job.
I had a really difficult time when setting up the salon, because I was just going through staff's like quick turnaround, but I did manage to find someone who's been amazing, and since then
Yeah.
the whole salon dynamic has changed.
Yeah.
But I feel like they will always think about being self-employed. Yeah. But if you do invest and train them and put them on the right courses, and ultimately, like for me, I just feel like if they was to leave, at least I've been a good mentor.
Yeah.
You know, like helping them in the industry.
And also, if you've had that really good working relationship and that were to happen, you would support and wish them well, because
Yeah.
it's just a different progression.
Yeah,
But obviously being self-employed is not easy.
it's not.
And I think if you've never been self-employed and you've always been employed, it's always that, oh, grass greener on the other side type
And you're
thing.
getting your guaranteed income at the end of the day.
Yeah.
For us, we don't know if we're going to be able to pay ourselves
No.
because we come last after the staff.
Exactly that. Exactly that. So also I wanted to talk, while I've got you here today, about the UK Beauty Awards. So
Yeah.
obviously you're the founder of the UK Beauty Awards, which is one of the biggest beauty awards in the UK.
I know. Can
I
you believe it?
attended myself and won a couple of awards. Just want to get that in there.
Yeah, well done.
Thank you. It's not about me. It's about you. But jokes aside, I'd really be interested to know, because again, that's a huge undertaking, because, you know, there's quite a few awards around now. There's a handful of really good and upcoming ones.
Yeah.
And then there's lots of little ones that are not so well known. But your one is, I would say, very, very well known. UK Beauty Awards, the nice bright pink logo.
Yeah.
So how did that come to be? When did you decide, right, okay, so I'm doing marketing, I've done that as a business, I've now got 2 salons, now I want to do an awards, which is a huge undertaking.
It is. But I used to be a nightclub manager.
Is there anything you haven't done?
I know. Right. So when I was at uni, I was a nightclub manager for Oceana, and it had a capacity of 1,800 people, and I had to fill that nightclub 3 times a week. So I was putting on loads of different events. With my social media skills as well.
There we go again.
It just all come hand in hand. And I missed events. So I set up a salon and I was fulfilled, but I missed other areas that I used to do. And I need variety in my life, hence having so many businesses.
Yeah.
And I didn't have the support when I set up my salon, like especially locally.
Yeah.
Because it actually initially started off as MK Beauty Awards.
Okay.
And I just thought I need people to help me, and I need a platform where everyone can come together.
Like a community.
Yeah. It did backlash the first year. So I set it up in 2018.
Yeah.
And everyone was like, who are you to do an awards? Like, you've only had a salon a year. And yeah, it's typical, the industry. It can be like that.
To start things before you're ready and figure it out as you go. Because
I don't know.
if you don't start, backlash or not, everyone's a beginner in what they start.
Anyway.
Yeah, exactly.
I think at the time, the event itself ran smoothly, but there were flaws in the judging process.
Okay.
And obviously, you learn as you go.
Yeah.
What business owner doesn't fail and learn from it?
But I think to recognise that and to take it on board shows more about you as a businesswoman than someone that's like, oh yeah, and it was great from the off, like to be open about that. And because I think with beauty awards, I mean, I've networked with multiple different people, different areas, and there are people that absolutely love the community that it brings and everything, because it's basically a $1 billion industry, the beauty industry.
Yeah.
And it gets a bad rap about, you know, the skill set of people and, you know, oh, you're not doing well at school. Oh, why don't you do beauty? Like, it's very much played down.
It is.
And these women, lots of women and men, are making an absolute fortune and contributing towards society, and they're not valued enough. So I think it's really good. I've attended multiple awards myself now, and it's really good. The amount of people I've met and I've got business connections with now, friendships, not just business-wise, but as friendships.
Yeah.
But I think they get a bad rap, and I think there's a lot of people that maybe they haven't even attended one, and they sort of have this misplaced view on what the awards absolutely represent. And for me, after attending them, I think it's just great. I mean, obviously, if you win, you're going to have a better night. It's like, obviously, you're going to enjoy yourself. But actually, watching other people win, and no matter how big or small their following is, especially if they're up and coming, like when you have Rising Star ones or Best Newcomer and things like that, I think that's so nice to have that support. Like you said, you didn't have support necessarily when you first started out in the beauty industry, and I think it's great. So what experiences have you had with people, you know, making assumptions about beauty awards in general and specifically your beauty awards?
I would say a lot of people feel that the UK Beauty Awards is a fix because of the judging process.
Okay.
And we've often had comments or feedback like, you have to know the judges to win, or, you know, you have to know me and my team to win. But it's really not like that.
No.
And the main purpose and the vision is all down to supporting each other, networking and building each other up, because it is a hard industry. It's very saturated.
Yeah.
Without the right PR, you're not going to get recognised. So I feel like coming out of that a bit more, and people are starting to realise awards are for networking and support, which is great.
I mean, yeah, like I said, if you win, great. But actually, you can get so much more from just attending.
Yeah.
And just putting yourself out there.
Well, me personally, as a business owner, since I've been doing it, my network has grown like amazingly. I've met so many people from it. This will be our 7th year.
Wow.
Yeah.
And I'm guessing each year it grows.
Yeah.
And, you know, that means it's working. You're obviously doing something right. You are speaking to the right people. But for anyone that's watching that is hesitant, wants to, but hasn't, what would you say to them?
I'd say go for it, because not only are you putting the trust in potential new clients, but you're also reinforcing trust with your existing clients. It shows that you are a skilled person in your profession. It's giving you a tool to really market on all your platforms. It's giving you good content at the awards and meeting all those amazing people.
Absolutely, and it builds credibility. I mean, for myself, when I started attending awards, you know, the weekend would pass and I'd be in Salon, sort of back to it, and you forget who's watching.
Yeah.
And people come and be like, oh, I saw you at the awards in your lovely dress. And I'm like, oh, you saw, oh, thank you. Like you forget people are, you put stuff out there, and obviously.
And I relate to that, because with our salon, I say we are not allowed to enter the UK Beauty Awards because obviously it's mine. It can look weird. But I asked the girls to enter the other ones. And it is exciting for us when we're a finalist and we promote it, and it helps us a lot.
And I think it's really good as well that your staff members enter other awards. So you're actually supporting other awarding bodies as well.
Yeah, for sure.
Which I think is really nice, because there is room for everybody.
Yeah.
And I think
I don't see them as any better off or worse off than us. Everyone's, you know, different, and they bring a different style to it as well.
Yeah.
Ours is very Instagrammable, very pink, very
we love pink.
It's quite luxury actually. Like the stage that we provide is so expensive, but so worth it.
So expensive. But you've done your numbers, so it's
fine.
You've got
my
your
spreadsheet.
Yeah, no, it must be difficult, but I think the satisfaction you must get on the night.
Oh, it's amazing.
Because and are you stressed on the night, or do you actually have the opportunity to enjoy yourself?
I get nervous because I'm actually a massive introvert, would you believe? I know I do all this stuff online and everything, but I'm actually really shy. So when it comes to it on the night, I'm like, oh my God, all these people I've got to speak to.
And I guess people probably come up to you a lot.
Yeah.
And they're like, oh, hi. And you're like, I don't know. Where do I know you from? Or, oh, thanks for coming. And it's just juggling from person to person.
But this is why Alicia's great.
Yes, Alicia. I've met Alicia.
Yes.
She's your colleague, isn't she?
Yeah, so she looks after all the sponsorships, and she's just so extrovert. So we work really well in that respect. So she takes after that. But yeah, I just get overwhelmed. It's a lot.
Yeah.
And we started from January to October. So it's the whole year that we're working on it. And it is lovely to see it all come together.
Yeah, it must be like, I mean, not to compare it to a wedding, but like, you know, it's like a big build up, preparation, food, decorations, entertainment, dress code, table places, table plan, like everything that goes into it, and then it's one night,
and then the next day,
it's like, oh, let's get ready for the next year.
And it doesn't even stop the next day, because then you get people emailing and want to work with you for next year, which is all great stuff, but it's like you don't get downtime from the awards.
There's a lot going on behind the scenes, even though like publicly it looks like one night. Actually, you're working continuously on it. Well, obviously, I love your awards. I'm going to be judging this year, which I'm so excited about and very, very honoured. I mean, it's a huge privilege to judge someone else, and from someone that's received awards, to be able to give that to someone else. I'm so excited for someone that, you know, if they were like me, so unexpected. And it's actually quite humbling in a way, and quite emotional because, you know, you just think, well, why me? You know, why have I won something? So to be able to see something, I'm super excited for someone to win an award this year. And I feel very privileged to be involved. So I'd just like to say thank you for having me to do that.
That's okay. We're looking forward to it.
And I'm very excited for the night and what's in store, because like you say, every year it's getting bigger. It's becoming more and more popular. So yeah, that will be good. And we also need to touch on with your whole PR experience,
Yeah.
you've introduced a magazine,
I
haven't you?
have.
So let's talk about, funny that I've got one right here. So this is Iconic magazine,
Yeah.
and this is something that you have created yourself.
Yes.
Yeah. So tell me about how that came to be.
So we used to have a brochure at the awards
Mm.
of all, what's happening on the night, and we would fill it with a few adverts of businesses that were at the awards. But obviously I started to think about it in more detail, and I thought there's actually a really good platform here to further support people after the awards with their PR. So we're a PR and publishing agency. We launched a year ago. We've had a lot of teething problems along the way, but
What business doesn't though?
yeah,
It's learning along the way, isn't it? And then it's like, oh, well, I won't do that. I'll do this. And it's
and
all...
I've never had a magazine before. So,
No.
but yeah, it's a really good platform. I'm surprised at how busy it's been in a short amount of time, how much demand there's been for it.
Yeah.
But we put articles in the magazine, we then share them on our website, so people that are advertising with us will get, social media support, printed support, digital support. And yeah, it's just great. I can take it to all my events with me. And I do network a lot and do things like this, podcasts,
And
speaking
everyone
events.
wants to put themselves out there, don't they?
Yeah.
And so, like with a magazine, and I have to say, it looks very professional. It's
Thank
it's
you.
actually it's quite a luxury. It's not a piece of turd. It's quite nice.
Thank you.
And the pages are like really full, really good. And so, if people want to be a part of it, they just contact you. And if they've got something worth sharing, they can share, or they can also put an advert in if they wanted to, or they can run a story, I'm guessing.
Yeah, so we have 5 columnists per magazine, so it comes out every
Wow.
quarter.
Yeah.
And they're, again, credible people in the industry that will share a story. So in this one, volume 3, we've got how to maximize TikTok. We've got how to protect your energy in the beauty industry.
Really important topics.
Yeah, starting an academy, because obviously that's the route a lot of people are going down.
Yeah.
And then I've wrote about why events are important for your PR, because a lot of people are starting their own events now in the industry as well.
Well, I think it's really good that not only are you supporting others with the magazine, it's also providing something for yourself as well.
Yeah.
So what do you think the future holds next for you? Because I can't imagine you're just going to leave it there.
No, I'm not.
What's next? Can you give us any secrets? What's coming next for you?
Well, it's not a secret, but it's sort of not out there. But Iconic is launching in Dubai, and I'm moving to Dubai in January.
You're moving to Dubai?
Yeah.
Oh, my goodness.
So the UK Beauty Awards will be also UAE Beauty Awards. And
this is exciting.
We're going to have Iconic there. So I'm looking to do the PR for UAE beauty salons.
Yeah. So have you been out to Dubai a lot then? Have you?
I actually haven't. I've been 3 times.
And you're like, oh, I'm moving there.
Yeah, I feel like I've done what I wanted to do in the UK. And, Milton Keynes is a small place. I feel like I know everyone from the salon. Salon's thriving, running itself. It doesn't really need me like that.
Yeah.
I can do everything remotely. And PR is my passion now.
Yeah.
So I'm looking to go down that route and help people get out there more, get the visibility and traction.
I think that's admirable, the fact that you want other women or men to do well.
Yeah, I love promoting that.
I think that's really nice and quite refreshing as well, because, you hear a lot of people say, oh, yeah, I want them to do well, but their actions don't always show that, but you're actually evidencing that, which I think is really good. So,
and I also feel as well, like as a business owner, you're not just showing up for business. You've got so much personal stuff that you're dealing with that actually to have someone just there like rooting for you, it means so much.
Oh my God, absolutely.
Yeah.
And I think because obviously life happens whilst running businesses.
Right.
You haven't got sick pay. You can't go and get signed off from your own business.
Yeah.
And you kind of have to just muddle through sometimes. And life still happens for all of us, whatever that might be.
And if you've got a story to tell, you're the least likely to know what to share. So as a PR agent, I would come along and be like, these are your highlights, these are your strengths.
Yeah.
Let's really promote this.
I think it is good when you have like someone on the outside telling you, because when you work on your own, even if you have staff or not, if you are in charge of
Yeah.
yourself or staff members, it's really hard because you don't know, oh, am I oversharing here? Am I not sharing enough? Am I missing actually what people will connect with me the most on?
Exactly.
And I think what we were talking about just before we started recording, the difference with Instagram and TikTok, and how, you know, TikTok seems to be this best foot forward sort of template.
Yeah.
When really people actually prefer things that are a bit unpolished, but they're not always going to hook them in. So that's your TikTok, I suppose, isn't it? I mean, I'm still trying to grasp TikTok myself. But yeah, and people, if I'm going through something, you know, and people say, oh, but you look like you're doing really well.
I hate that. I get that
And
all
then
the
I'm
time.
like, but then what do I expect if
I'm
I'm
having a breakdown in real life.
yeah, I'm really not okay. And like, I don't know how I'm putting one foot in front of the other, but yeah, that picture that I put up yesterday does look really good, and I asked for it because I put it up.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's hard trying to put, like, you know, Insta reality, they say, out there and get it right, because if you're being in your authentic mode, which you know a lot of us are, if we're oversharers, sometimes it might not fall on, and it doesn't have to be a marketing tactic. It can almost be, for me, I think I put something up. I think it was when I did a personal branding day, and it was very like I had a blazer on, and you know I'm sitting there looking very important, and really I was going through a huge like legal battle for my children's education, and I was in between like shoots and stuff, emailing like legal paperwork over, and it's like, and where everyone was, oh, that was so good, I actually put up a video about the children, because I didn't want new people in the industry to think, oh, look, there she's doing so. I wanted people to feel reassured that actually it's not all glitz and glam. Like, I am having a breakdown. You know?
Oh, bless you.
It's all good now. I won, so it's fine.
Oh, amazing.
Yeah.
Must have been the suit. You felt empowered.
It must have been.
So with your Instagram, who are you targeting? Are you targeting clients for your beauty business, or are you trying to get noticed in the industry?
So for the one that I put up about the personal branding, it was more just about me and going into this next level of business to business.
Right.
So it's always been business to client.
Okay.
And then I've started to go to the next level of business to business and trying to create a community.
Amazing.
Fabby Network, which is slow going because of life. And obviously starting doing the podcast as well. But it was on my main Fabby Wax page that obviously it first dropped, because I was like, oh, am I going to start another Instagram? And now I've got like 3 accounts.
Yeah.
Because the podcast obviously had such good feedback, which was lovely. So then it was like, it needs its own Instagram, but you just make more work for yourself, don't you? But yeah, I shared the Insta reality on my business to client.
Because I feel business to business needs that polished look on Instagram, doesn't it? I feel like my Instagram's become very like show offy, like very traveling all the time, but
people love it. And
in the industry, like beauty is like that. I'm sorry to say, but we do need to show up like that, don't we?
Yeah, and I went on a really good retreat this year, and I met some amazing people there, and obviously shared it on my Instagram, and obviously I was there and it was amazing, but other people's perception, like, look at you, and that wasn't the intention, but it genuinely is how it looked. It was a really well organised weekend away.
Love that.
There was such good opportunities for content, and I'm a bit rubbish. I'm a little bit like, oh, I better get a photo here, and all, you know, I don't like how I look there. I'm getting better with it now. Right. I think since being in my 30s, I'm more comfortable with who I am than I was in, say, my 20s.
Yeah.
But yeah, it does feel sometimes like a little bit overwhelming. So I can see exactly why. And a lot of people do outsource for PR, content, etc. now. So I think for you, obviously running your own business is great, But I think people should recognise when they need to outsource, because
Yeah.
otherwise you get burnout and then you can't do what you're great at. If you're not good at something, don't do it.
It's just hard to keep up with all the trends, isn't it? And being visible on every platform, because there is so many.
Yeah, absolutely. So Jem, being that busy, doing all of this stuff, like with salons, beauty awards, PR, promoting other businesses, a magazine, doing all of that, how do you manage life and business, and how does that work for you?
Good question.
Or doesn't it?
I don't feel burnt out though.
That's good.
A lot of my friends are like, be careful, you're doing too much. Like, I've never felt like that. I always feel like I'm capable of it all. Mainly,
That's so refreshing to hear.
I
love that.
I do go on holiday a lot.
That's the answer then.
Yeah,
I need to book a flight today.
Probably. No, I've got a really good team for everything. Before I set up any business, I do think about the logistics. How's it going to work? Who's going to help me? And I get the right people on board.
Yeah.
And since doing that with the UK Beauty Awards, it's just blown up.
Yeah.
So that's great. The magazine, I've got a team. The salon, I've got a team. So it's good. I feel the only thing for me is actually understanding that I'm working for my team, not the other way around.
Right, okay. Do you think that ties in with, like you said, about being a bit introverted? And do you find it hard? I mean, obviously you are a successful leader. That's very clear to see. But do you find it difficult? Do you have perception on what a leader looks like as an introverted person?
No, I'm fine with that.
Oh,
it's
good.
the actual having a public audience.
Oh,
That's the only
okay.
thing. Socially. Social anxiety, maybe.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
you do really well. So
Thank
obviously
you.
the first time I met you was the beginning of 2024 when I went to a business event and you and Alicia were guest speakers. And yeah, I just thought you were both great. You complement each other really, really well.
We do,
And
yeah.
I think when people do work together, like that sort of right-hand person, that person, you often are completely different, because what one excels at, the other one doesn't, and then it flips and then you balance each other out. And I
Right.
think that's what I've recognised in a lot of, functioning good, successful businesses are
And it's the same as my salon manager. She's very
Yeah.
blunt to the point, whereas I will be more, it's my business. So I'm a bit more careful with the client, but she will just say it how it is. And I
Yeah.
feel like I needed someone like that
Yeah.
to sort of
Well, it
help me.
balances it out,
It
doesn't
does,
it?
doesn't it?
So it's good that you don't get burnout. So the answer is
No.
lots of holidays.
Lots of
Move to
holidays.
Dubai.
Yeah. I don't socialise that much. I
Okay.
think my work is my social life, but I'm
Yeah.
happy with that because I love what I do.
And if you love the people that are around you and you get on with them,
Yeah.
then win-win.
Yeah.
It's like me in my business. Like, I absolutely love going to work. Like, don't get me
same.
wrong, there are some days, like any day, but actually it's a bit of an escape from everything mundane. And, to be able to have multiple, my business is female only, so having women, all different walks of life, just come in, hear about their day, like it
Yeah.
upbeats me. It keeps
Absolutely.
me buzzing.
And for me, having variety,
Yeah.
I just act on inspired intuition. Like, what do I feel like working on?
Yeah. And have you always, like you say, you've never had burnout before. So have you now started to think, oh, maybe I am doing too much and I'm going to do more holidays? Was there a time when you didn't go and travel as much? And
No, I've always been traveling. That's
so
why
that is the answer then.
I think so.
You've never had burnout and you've always travelled.
Yeah.
There we go.
And I feel like I'm going to be doing more if I'm launching in Dubai.
Yeah.
So
That is super exciting.
I feel like it's having the right team, to be honest.
And I think that comes with the experience. Obviously, when you first started your salon, you said that sometimes the staff turned over quite quickly. But then
I was doing
it
long
progressed.
hours.
So you obviously learn what to look for in people and to maybe trust your gut.
Yeah.
Well, that's
Yeah.
really good. Well, I want to say thank you for coming on today.
Thank you for having
so
me.
much for sharing all of that. You've got a wealth of knowledge, and I'll be picking your brains afterwards. And
Yeah,
I
for
want to come on
sure.
holiday with you to Dubai.
Come to Dubai.
Yeah, definitely. Thank you so much for coming on,
Thank
Jen.
you.
Really appreciate
Thank
it.
you. Thanks for having me.